Boom, boom, going. Ready to go. All right, all right. What's up, everyone? Hey, this is Enrich coming to you at the top of the hour, a little bit after the hour. I'm Enrich. As you can see, I am flanked by two gentlemen, Mr. Kevin 2X, and we have Mr. Supreme X as well. I'm reigning down here in Stafford, VA, and going by what I'm here, those are Northerners over there. And so to go ahead and introduce yourselves and where you're from, gentlemen.
Fantastic. Thank you for having me here on this platform, Brother Enrich. My name is Kevin 2X Thompson, and I'm out of the Washington, D.C. area. I have been a part of this program that we're going to, share with you today for about 43 days. We launched it on December the 1st. I'm super excited about telling you guys and sharing with you guys a little bit about what we're doing.
There we go. Mr. Supreme?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on, Mr. Enrich, and my sponsor, Kevin 2X, my brother and business partner. Thank y'all for inviting me on. Yes, I'm from Birmingham, Alabama, but I reside in Tampa, Florida. And
okay.
I've been involved in cryptocurrency since 2016, late 2016. I got involved with the project and started studying the blockchain and all of that, and the networking aspect of it, and the leverage aspect of it, and all the functionalities of it. Right. I'm not an expert, but I do know a little bit, something about it, though. Right. So thank you for having me on.
And Mr. Supreme X, I'm going to say that whatever amount we all know collectively is a whole lot than the masses, because a lot of people are just clueless. They really are. So between the three of us and those who will be tuning in, their supporters too watching, we'll be able to go ahead and give them the education they need. So a group, listen, so you all know we've been in some platforms before. We've made some money, and some of us, we've lost some money. And one thing that I like is when you come across opportunity where you can go in alone and make it yourself as well, passively. And if you want to go further and earn more, then you can bring others with you. But the truth is that when you come across something really cool, and we use the word cool in the gang, something that's really good, you typically share it, right? You're like, hey, that movie was dope. I like this car. I like those tires, whatever the case is. This is a good place to go eat. This is a good place to get some vegan food. This is a way to get some non-vegan food. And you just share information. So right now we're just sharing information. And we have a fourth panelist just popped up, Mr. Brian Battle's coming in. Mr. Brian Battle in. There we go. We're going to a fourth screen. Mr. Battle, welcome to the platform, sir. Thank you for being here. I'm enriched.
Appreciate it, gentlemen. Pleasure to be on board.
All right. Thank you. So I'm going to go back to the group. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this opportunity with GSPartners, and this is Global Standard Partners. Mr. Kevin 2X, he is the founder of Team Freedom. That's his organization, and they are just growing like crazy. He's been active for about 43 days or so. And I'm going to go through the panel, and we're going to talk about this project because it's so unique. Owning the coin, and all you know this, I always say owning the coin is like having a car. It's good. But if you can control the road that it rides on and get a percentage of those fees, that's even better. And we want to talk about that ledger. So we're going to be able to earn revenue with membership fees to be able to earn rewards. And we got to change our dialect on certain things for to stay in the legal realm. So membership fees, and we're going to talk about rewards. And I'm here to say it's caught my attention. It really has. So to all everyone who's in the U.S., Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Cameroon, welcome as well. And there's a reason why I said 1 p.m. because of the time differences. So I'm going to see in the screen below, ladies and gentlemen. But before I do that, I'm going to share my screen, right? And I want to show you my back office with GSPartners, and then we're going to get right into it, Mr. Kevin, Mr. Supreme, and Mr. Battle. Let me go ahead and share this. And then, Mr. Kevin, when I come out of the screen share, you can take it over.
Fantastic.
All right, so I'm doing entire screen. Check. Yeah, let me share. So I want to hit that GSPartners. You are sharing a screen. Okay, I should be up and running. Let me know if you see this. I'm about to click on. Can everyone see that? Let me know. Do you see that right yet? The GS. Absolutely. Okay, perfect. All right, everyone. So just yesterday, I went ahead and sent some revenue over. I sent over 200 USD in Bitcoin from Cash App, and I sent over another 200 from my Coinbase, just for the fact of it, because this is an actual wallet, and so the revenue is going up as the market goes up. And what I like about this back office is that you can fund with either Ethereum, and then there's this lovely coin right here, the G999 coin. My understanding, and Mr. Kevin's going to cover this, this is also listed on some exchanges, some of the major exchanges that are there, and more to come. So it is already passed the white paper test and valid and good to go. They have different programs to run with. And I'm just going to say, when time comes, get back with the person who invited you to this group. See if he or she has a link. And if they don't, and they're not interested, then contact myself or Miss Angela Mathis or Miss Dana, and we just go from there. So right here, Miss Dana helped me to figure out how to fund it. So you would go to financials, click financials to be able to fund your wallet. If you're choosing to go with a team, you find out about your team here. And one thing that's really important, ladies and gentlemen, and Mr. Kevin 2X is going to cover it, is Blockchain Academy. You need to become educated more about this system and how it works and what's so imperative about a blockchain and what is a master node. When you read the white paper, and I'm sure his panel will give out information regarding how to get to these links, and you should be able to type it in as well, gentlemen, in the comment section that's to the far right of your screen. And we'll just go from there. But I just wanted to show everyone that this is real, that I've already locked in. I love this logo right here. It means a lot to me. It says a lot to me because downtown Baltimore, when I was growing up, I used to see this. And that's another conversation to have. So it's all good. So I'm going to come back out of here and finish and unshare my screen. So when Mr. Kevin X is ready, let me unshare. Okay. All right. So when Kevin X is prepared, when you're ready, Mr. X, you'll be able to press screen share and go into the presentation. So what we want to do is go over the highlights of what Mr. Kevin 2X, Mr. Supreme X, and Mr. Brian Battle are involved with, and why we believe this, and I believe this is something that you all need to hear. Mr. Kevin, the platform is yours.
Okay, fantastic. Before I delve very deeply into the information, what I'd like to do is I'd like to tell you all just a little bit about myself. As the brother Enrich introduced, my name is Kevin 2X Thompson. I've been in the network marketing industry now for a little over about 19 years now. I've been through a host of companies, and the challenge normally is when you hear someone say, I've been in that, or I've done that, or what have you, a lot of times they probably are just products of just the registration part. They signed up and they got involved with certain companies or what have you. However, me, myself, and my business partner that's sharing this platform with me, Mr. Brian Battle, him and I have been like the yin and yang together, the Batman and Robin together for about the last solid 15 years, weaving in and out, bobbing and weaving in and out of a lot of these different companies, and most of which we've gotten involved in and actually climbed to the top of their compensation plans. We've built organizations, some of which have topped over 20,000-30,000 individuals. One of the previous companies we just left not too long ago, we were represented in about 19 different countries in that company. And the reason why I wanted to lay the foundation of that is just to share with you the individual that's coming to you. And I'm not someone who is just, a novelist of this thing. We are actually, in the trenches of building and working out these types of projects. And so I'm grateful to be on a stream like this with so many, amazing individuals listening in, because Team Freedom is a mission statement that's very dear to my heart. Freedom is an acronym, and it stands for finding real educated entrepreneurs to help develop others to a millionaire mentality. We've just chosen to utilize Gold Standard Partners as a vehicle for us to get free. The freedom that we requested, or the freedom that we strive so dearly for, is financial freedom, time freedom, and then ultimately location freedom. And as one of my business partners who will also be sharing this platform, hopefully he'll be able to jump in just a little while. Another one of our partners will come in too. He added to that health freedom. And see, from that, when you got financial freedom, see, money is not everything, but we really tend to feel like it's up there with oxygen. And if you got money out of the way as an issue, then that means that you can free yourself time-wise because you're no longer punching somebody's clock, jumping on the beltway in the morning, or maybe jumping over breakfast because you run into that just over broke job. See, most of us have been put into a position where we have been taught to go to school, get a good education, so-called, so that you could get that good job. Notice I'm throwing the quotes in the air, because what ends up happening is that you ultimately start working 40 hours for 40 years to end up retiring off of 40% of what wasn't enough in the first place. And so what we've come to do is to re-educate some people to help us to be able to unlearn some of that process and relearn to what's new and what's happening right now and right up under our eyes. So I'm here with my business partners. These brothers are very dear to my heart. Brother Brian, Brother Supreme, brother Jamil Muhammad, who will hopefully jump in just a few moments. But to understand this process of going into this new digital age, this new movement of money. Over the last 100 to 200 years, we have been in an educational system that has told us that fiat currency, or the dollar that we hold into our pocket, is money, and it's not. It's a currency. It's not physical money. And it just was used to flow the current of what real money was. Real money has always been gold and silver, or precious metals, or things that you could liquidly hold and that created value. The paper notes were just designed to be able to make a transfer of those debts or so. And so now we hold the paper while the wealthy hold the real money. And right now, right before our eyes, we're seeing one of the greatest wealth transfers take place. And you and I have an opportunity to be right in the midst of that wealth transfer. So as I share my screen, I want to just go over just a few of the details of what our company and what we have is about. Give me one moment as I get this situated here. Let's see.
While you're doing that, hey everyone, just asking, if I can make this a public shareable. Unfortunately, I'm unable because this is a private group on Facebook, so it's just for eyes only. But however, afterwards, I will, with permission of Mr. Battle, Mr. Supreme X, and Mr. Kevin 2X, I'll make a copy of this and post it on my YouTube channel, if that's all good.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll go ahead. Okay, cool. And then I'll go ahead and go from there. So that's how we'll make it public for everyone to see, and you can share it with people within your circle. I'm gonna go ahead and mute out right now.
Okay. All right. Hopefully you can see my screen. I'm not exactly about. Are you able to see my screen, brother?
So what you want to do is when you do screen share, in the bottom of our screen, right, it'll ask you some questions. Then you're going to select either the full screen, application, or Chrome tab. I recommend full screen. That way we can follow you, because if you change pages, it won't follow you when you change pages.
Okay, full screen. Let me see.
Yeah. And then we won't get that little cyclone of
Screen
going
sharing.
like into a tunnel.
Two monitors. Screen sharing works best. I'm gonna. Okay. Okay. Bear with me just a few. Entire screen application
You
window.
put your mouse over, it says the screen is showing up. Yeah.
Got you. I'm catching it.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right. And then you click your tab and then you're good. Hey, everyone, this is live. It's not Memorex. This is how we do it. It's unrehearsed. I tell you, Mr. Supreme X remind me so much of a cousin of mine. I keep looking like, man, we related. Like, wait a minute.
As a matter of fact, and Rich, while I'm getting this side of the program set up, let me introduce you guys to my co-founder, Mr. Brian Battle. I'd love for him to come and address and speak to your crowd just for a few moments. Brian.
Okay. Absolutely. Appreciate it, Brother Kevin. Brother Rich, I appreciate you allowing this platform to be available. Brother Supreme X, all love, brother. You know how much I appreciate you. Well, look here, it's an honor to be on this platform. Like Brother Kevin 2X said, he and I have been business partners over 15 years. I've been in this industry of network marketing, affiliate marketing for over 22 years now. I relate that number based because my oldest son is 25. I got started a little bit after when he was born to really be involved in this industry. My background, I'm in sales and marketing. I graduated from Hampton University, and I had a background in, I got a BS degree in marketing. Once I graduated, and I really want people to understand this, and it goes back to what Mr. Kevin 2X Thompson was saying about education. What I was taught in school did not prepare me for the business world. Everything they taught me was about theory. It didn't tell me about the practicality of what I need to do to become a business owner. So shortly after I graduated from college, my very first job out of college, I was making $28,000 per year. I thought I made it, but I soon realized that when I got my very first paycheck, I was already in debt. All the bills I had I didn't have enough money from my job. It took me 6 years to graduate college to get a 4-year degree. Hopefully y'all caught that. 6 years to get a 4-year degree. Everyone said I made it, but I still didn't have enough money to take care of my basic needs along with my family's needs. So I was married and I had a son on the way. 4 months after me working that job, I met a gentleman. At the time that I met him, he was making $28,000 per year in a business. And when he approached me and asked me about, do I keep my business office open? I was at the time where I was in dire need of making income. So when he sat down and showed me the principles that we're going to be talking about business, about how you need to learn how to leverage your time, how you need to learn how to duplicate your efforts. And he talked about exponential growth. These are things that they didn't teach me in the business school I went to. And soon afterwards, I was in a position as a business owner to learn how to actually double and triple my income because I was now a business owner. Fast forward to where we are right now, like Brother Thompson was talking about, the reason why we're talking about gold standard partners now is because there's 3 different ways you want to look at money. And I learned this very shortly about a year and a half ago, is that for one, we have what's called government's money. Number 2, we have what's called God's money. And number 3, we call what's called the people's money. So when we look at the government's money, is look at the fiat currency that is for that particular country. And like Brother Thompson said, is that currency is a way of a means of exchange of the true asset, which may be gold or silver. Then you have what's called God's money, gold and silver. That's what actually got our curiosity peaked for Mr. Thompson, Brother Supreme X, and a host of our partners to get involved with our previous company because we knew now what true money was all about, which was gold. The third phase, which we're into right now, is called the people's money, which is called cryptocurrency. And we look at GSPartners, we're in the middle of the biggest shift, in my personal opinion and my thoughts, of wealth transfer taking place right now. Because if you're familiar with Bitcoin, if you watch Bitcoin develop since 2010, and if you even haven't seen Bitcoin since the inception of 2010, around 2009, and seeing what it has done in the last 30, 60 days, where it's gone from $13,000 up to over $30,000 in a matter of less than 60 days, something's happening in this world where everyone needs to take their attention and understand what the big whales are doing. When I say big whales, major corporations are doing when it comes to currency and money flow. You have major banks right now who are coming in right now and swooping up cryptocurrency because they know that the only way they're going to be viable is that they got to be a part of the game, because they can't control the game with cryptocurrency. But the only way they can be a part of the game is be involved in the process. When you start seeing major companies being involved in cryptocurrency, the signs are on the wall. And why everyone needs to develop a mindset of going from the old traditional way of doing business with fiat currency, going into the digital age of cryptocurrency. So that's why we're here today, to ring the alarm and share with people across the world why it's so imperative to take a strong look at cryptocurrency, and why our company, GSPartners, is perfectly positioned for anybody to get involved around the globe, because now we're talking about blockchain technology. So with that said, I appreciate you allowing me to lend my voice quickly on this call while Brother Kevin gets set up. I pass the ball back to you, Brother Kevin, or Brother Enrich, or to my brother Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, listen, you dropped some nuggets, man. And, gold, silver. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. That spoke to me beyond the physical realm, if that makes sense. Like I shared with Brother Kevin 2X, the first time I came across, I was introduced to your platform. I was sitting there and I was like, wait a minute. This touched me in a different way than anything I've watched before. And it was those who were involved and that I could relate to. And it's just a good feeling to see a collectiveness of maturity, experience, youthfulness, wisdom, right? And we're mature men moving forward and protecting the kingdom and our families. So thank you again, Mr. Battle, for bringing it. That was powerful. Mr. 2X, are you ready? Did you get it figured out, sir?
Almost.
I should have sent you my email, that I could have put it up on mine, and then I would have been your clicker for you.
It's all good. I think I'm right on the heels now.
Okay. All right.
My PowerPoint. Okay, let's try that. Share screen. Is that coming up on the screen? Are you able to see that?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. So share screen lit up for you. You turn when you clicked it.
Yep. And then when I go to the application window and it's blank for my PowerPoint, is that some reason?
Okay. Well, once you click all applications, then you have a little button where it says like OK or save, and then you click on your tab where your PowerPoint is.
Okay, I see that. Let's see the entire screen.
Sometimes you have to come out of screen share to go back in to set it up.
Let me try that. Okay. As I go down.
So, ladies and gentlemen, while we're doing this, it's all good, because patience is everything. What you're about to find out is amazing, and I was just floored by it. There is an online webinar that's available, but it's nothing like hearing it from people, where you actually have a little Q&A afterwards. So, and I'm just speaking right now, Mr. Kevin 2X, as a monologue until you're set, and all you do is give me a thumbs up, and I'll go ahead and mute out and be quiet. So, experiencing the ledger is optimum. They have a wallet. There's custody there. And to me, it's like, why would I want to keep my revenue on Coinbase when I can come over here and put majority of my Bitcoin over here and help out the mission, right? And you're secure. We all went through a KYC to get it all done. One thing I'm going to ask about is that I didn't see a 12-word phase in case you get locked out or whatever, how to restore your account. But I guess that'll come later. But that's something I'll ask about later. But from what I can tell, ladies and gentlemen, this is a real deal, and it's an option to have, especially for those of you in other countries who have, like in Ghana, you have to go to PayX to get your currency and pay a fee on top of getting your currency. Why are you doing that when you could probably take your CDs and go directly through GSP Partners and finance your Ethereum account or your Bitcoin account? So we're just going to go from there.
Okay.
All right.
Let's try it again.
Good. And what's cool is I can edit everything down and where we were talking and blend it in right into the presentation if we get it going.
All right.
But
Okay,
if not,
it's still
Burp always.
And I'm so what I'd like to do is I got the screens right here, and I'm gonna just talk through it, and we can
right.
build in a little bit later or whatever, and then maybe perhaps we can come back on and we could talk about it again. You know what I mean? But in my presentation, one of the first things that I show people is a disclaimer, just a little brief disclaimer to let folks know that all efforts have been absolutely made to accurately represent the GSPartners reward program and its income potential. All earnings and the actual examples that we normally show within the presentation, will depend solely on the ideas and the techniques, the knowledge and the skills and the time vested into you as an independent business owner. GSPartners does not guarantee any results or success level and is not responsible for any decisions that you make in relations to promoting our products or our business. All income examples used by the GSPartners are not to be considered average earnings. Please understand that what you are seeing here and hearing in this particular part of the presentation is a early adopters version, and GSPartners still reserves the right to make final changes to our products as well as our compensation plan. So just who we are as GSPartners, Gold Standard Partners is the name. We're a blockchain-based referral company with our G999 mainnet and ecosystem, with a growing and expanding community that utilizes the ecosystem and supports the growth of the assets. Now, those assets are on what we call the G999 main net. And you can go and see this information on G999main.net, where you can get the white paper to our coin, the blueprint to our company, the model, the ideals, all that's there. It resides on a page, and it's a plethora of information that's there that you can go and get. Now, we've already launched this campaign, like I said, as of December the 1st. On December the 15th, it went live. We campaigned in New York, Moscow, Johannesburg, Bangkok, Singapore, Toronto, Hong Kong, Sydney, Beijing, just to name a few of the cities and countries where we blasted this information out. And I heard you a little while ago, Enrich, talk about the number of exchanges that we are a part of as of right now. On December the 15th, we went live on BitForex as well as Coin Super, and now hit BTC and multiples to come further. We're already paired with Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, Stellar Coin, and we'll have a multitude of other coins that we'll be pairing with. We also have our own trade exchange. It's called the G999 Trade. And on that trade exchange, we're paired with Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT, as well as Stellar as well. Now, some of our products that we have that are coming to market are they're digital solutions. Some of them are, but not limited to, encrypted email interchanges, text messages that are encrypted through the blockchain, voice chats that will be encrypted through the blockchain as well. We also have the Blockchain Academy, which Enrich showed just a little bit of our back office about the Blockchain Academy, which is so amazing because on the beginner side, it gives you like blockchain 101, and it'll allow a person to be able to just, take some informational videos to understand blockchain, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, things to that effect. But then as we have more premium membership packages, those premium memberships will intertwine with a actual virtual academy where you can actually speak to a live individual who will be answering questions. It'll be interactive. You can stop and pause video, things to that effect, as it gets into the more complex information in that unit. Now, these will be things that'll be within our ecosystem. And the fun fact about it is that while individuals are utilizing our academy and our services, there's going to be a small cost of G999 that'll be associated with it. And then as those coins are utilized for the services, a portion of those coins will be burned in our deflationary model to our blockchain, where we'll be able to leverage or level the value so that we can keep the coin rising. An amazing system that we created. We also have our very own signature and lifestyle cards that will be coming to market. It's a product that we have that we've partnered with MasterCard with, where individuals will be able to have cold storage wallets as well as savings wallets, where you can really just remove yourself from the banking system, as it were. These wallets will be able to interchange your cryptocurrency to fiat currency, as well as interchange or exchange within worldwide currency. So you'll be able to take now, the dollar and move it to yen, or take the dollar and move it to franc. All of that'll be intertwined within this card that we will have as a product of our company. We also have passive income opportunities where individuals can get into masternodes and staking the coins and savings accounts, and even lending programs coming soon. Now, the last two things that I want to talk about, one of which is our hard asset. That's also going to be a product that we're going to have coming down the pike, where individuals can take physical as well as tokenized gold, silver, diamonds, and a host of other precious metals, where if you're an enthusiast, or if you're basically a investor that says, I want to take some of my profits for the long haul, for my legacy, my family legacy, and I want to put them into something that's way more stable, like gold or silver or diamonds, you'll be able to do that from our platform as well. And last but not least, we have our lifestyle membership. And that lifestyle card is a program that I think has revolutionized this whole project. Now, I'm going to make some references to give you a mind of understanding exactly where we are with that. And that's where we take and we utilize our card system, thinking like when you were first educated about something like maybe a Cash App system or a Zelle system, and to transfer money. Because see, all of us on this platform that are hearing my voice already understand that the way of traditional transfers of money, like Western Union, have been been made obsolete. It's no different than Blockbuster Video. Nobody goes to get a VHS anymore. And so now we have these systems like Cash App that allow a person to just download an app to their phone, access their banking account, and transfer money. Where our card is going to be the same exact way, where it's going to tie in. But the blessing behind it is that the company is going to share in the transactional profits with everybody that uses the card. So I want you to think about how many people you have maybe shared a system like Cash App or PayPal or Square. And when you shared those to someone and the person said, I'll download this. But now Square, one of them, now you paid you one time. They may have said, thank you, $10, $15, whatever, for sharing that person. But that person may go utilize the service thousands and thousands and thousands of times. Well, our system allows you to get paid each and every time that person utilizes the system. Not to mention, when that person recommends someone else, it ties and connects to you, and you get paid off of them as well. It's an unlimited income residual opportunity that's going to blow folks' minds and take things all the way to the next level. So I'm super, super, uber excited about how this program is going to position folks. And for our brethren and our sisters that are over in the motherland or in smaller economic environments, this is very passionate and dear to my heart, because we know that a lot of those individuals are over there making products, they're using services, and they're doing those things, selling it to the bigger vendors who are taking their ideas and marketing it to the world where their reach does not give them. Where now our system that we're bringing to market, as long as a person has a smart device, a smartphone with internet connection, they're able to connect peer to peer right to someone else that needs to, with their product or their service. This is going to create a solution to a very, very dire problem that we've been suffering from for a long time. And so I don't want to overcook nobody's grits, because you can always get back to the person who shared this information with you to get a little bit more details. And if you need be, follow up with Brother and Rich, follow up with Brother Brian, follow up with Brother Supreme, or even myself. We'll be able to put our contact information as we go through the program. But get back with someone who can give you some more details and some more information. If this is piquing your interest, and if this is something that sounds like, or something that sounds like you would like to be a part of, please don't hesitate. Because right now, the platform that I'm explaining to you, the company is allowing our commissions or our rewards to be in Ethereum and Bitcoin in real time. And that is absolutely revolutionizing the way that we do business, you guys. So if you're hearing the sound of my voice, please take this information super seriously and understand that we have something on the horizon that is going to be absolutely amazing. As I yield the mic and give it back to Brother and Rich.
Look, okay. I'm going to use the term "come on in." Wow. All right, let me collect my thoughts. Not that I'm going to walk in too much with bright eyes and bushy tails, so I'm going to narrow my focus. To everyone that just heard what Brother Kevin 2X just said, when was the last time someone said to you that you can get residual revenue from someone using a card that you recommended them to? And I've recommended quite a few folks to Cash App. I was introduced to Cash App by a friend, and I associated, and he got $5, $10, wherever it was. I've introduced people to Coinbase and got $10 worth of Bitcoin, which was nice, very beginning, right? But that was just it. So imagine all the time we're sharing this information, and a person can get that particular card with this program. And as they swipe and getting the gasoline, groceries, whatever it is, whatever that percentage is that's coming back to you is a percentage that you didn't have. So 1% is better than zero. And like I told Brother Kevin 2X, I'll take 1% of 100 people any day, because it's still coming to 100%. So with that due diligence, and we're speaking of due diligence, and whoever on the panel would like to answer this, that's cool. So with what we're doing and the verbiage we have to use, so we want to keep a 3-letter agency out of the picture, and I'm just going to leave with that word right there, and you can select it, right? We're going to use different wording, right? Membership rewards, right? To keep a 3-letter agency out of the system. And we're being decentralized. Are we primarily USA based, or is the corporate core overseas somewhere where they're out of that reach from CONUS, where we are?
Yes, sir. Our company is actually based offshore. This is not a United States based company. However, it's basically wherever the internet, if you have the internet. Now, there are certain countries that are under certain embargoes that don't allow their citizens or whatever, some certain types of internet or social links. I was in Dubai not too long ago, and I realized that over in Dubai they have, there's certain websites that you can't get on when you channel into their internet systems or what have you. But this minus those type of this I guess
Slight barrier.
barriers or what have you. We are internationally based, and no, we're not run or any way, form, or fashion connected to the United States government.
Which is awesome. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're traveling, you remember that you always have a VPN. And VPN, you pick up where you are, and it looks like you're coming from that country. And you do what you got to do because some of us have VPNs for other smart contract projects that I'm currently working on that we're going to release later on outside of this. And I'm not going to bring that up too much. That those of you know I'm working on a smart contract, which is a smart contract. That's awesome. But this here, to have a ledger that's going to compensate you, and if you share it and you come by yourself, you can still make passive. And if you come by yourself, you can still make passive income. You're good. Brother Kevin 2X spoke of a savings account. Now, I didn't expect that. Would you consider expounding on that just a little bit more based on what you know? So it's a savings account that's going to be offshore for cryptocurrency, I take it. And there's a percentage on top of what the rate would fluctuate with, Mr. 2X?
Yes, sir. So what our company is proposing, and this is in the works to be done in probably the next 30 to 60 days, for individuals that come in and acquire our G999 coin, the company is allowing a somewhat like a staking opportunity. You basically take those coins and hold them into a storage wallet, and the company pays an interest on the coins just being able to be staked or sitting in that storage wallet. But it's separate from that. You can also, within our cold storage account with the MasterCard, it's just like having a banking account. So in other words, you take $1,000 of your money and put it on this card, it'll hold in this wallet off the grid. So, that is going to be very powerful in a sense that now you have access just at the click of the button, because you'll have your own back office to that card where you got $10,000 balance and you need to move 1,000 into a franc, or you need to move 1,000 into cryptocurrency. It's all done by you and your thumbs right at the drop of the dime. No questions, answers, no what. And then your money is moved peer to peer. So a lot of us who are business owners or what have you, who've experienced needing to move large sums of money or things to that effect, those types of things can be done now in this space. As a matter of fact, I was doing some research recently, and there's a gentleman by the name of Michael Saylor, Saylor. You might want to Google him and research him. He's a multi-billionaire in the industry of what do you call it? Just slipped my mind just that fast, but he basically does software and things to that effect. And he in October moved $425 million of his capital into Bitcoin. And you have to ask yourself the question, why would a multi-billionaire take liquid capital and move it into Bitcoin? Well, if you do your due diligence, you'll see that in October, Bitcoin was right around $10,000 a coin. And now we're sitting at it, looking at it, really about to break $40,000 today. And so we're talking about, he said in a video that I was watching that his money was sitting like an ice cube melting. And that over a course of time, that money was just going to melt away. And so he had to restructure the company's assets to be able to put it into something that was going to earn him interest as opposed to losing it. And so, I'm a firm believer of that. I like to watch the moves of the wealthy, not the broke. I'm gonna follow the trends of what the millionaires are doing, and that's why we're trying to find real educated entrepreneurs to help develop some other people into a millionaire mentality. It's necessary.
Absolutely.
Yes,
I'm echoing that. And
it hit 40,000 since we've been on him. Since we've
Say
been on
again?
there, it hit 40,000.
40K for
It fell back down, but it went over 40,000 for some minutes.
Wow.
But it didn't take it back down though. Yeah,
Wow.
that's what we said. Since we've been on the stream, it had hit 40,000.
Wow. That is unbelievable.
So it's going to. There's a difference, ladies and gentlemen, when we have institutional money coming into the realm, vice retail money coming in. So, like Brother 2X just said, you know, on MicroStrategies was the first in the U.S. to drop 400+ million of their cash holdings into Bitcoin. That rattled a few things. Someone had to go first, and then next thing you knew after that, here comes PayPal and Vimo, and then Grayscale went ahead and went with it, got gangster with it. Then we had one of the world's oldest insurance companies, Mass Mutual, did 100 million purchase, and there's a reason why. And I'm going to personalize it, and this is not being TMI. So when you have accounts that have holdings fiat that are 6 figures or more, when you go into the bank, you don't wait in line. The banker comes to you.
That's correct.
And so when I checked some things, and on every month, my dividend interest was always 3+ digits interest monthly, right? Granted, it was a money market account, but then after March this year, March, April, May, June, it went from 300 something a month, 3 digits a month, 300, 400 a month in interest, down to 100. Then the next thing I knew it was 80. The next thing I knew it was 20. and the amount of what's in there and what I'm getting in return, I'm like, hold up, yo, whoa, wait a minute,
like
bro.
Ice Cube to me.
Come on, son. And so I'm not braggadocious, and that's something I will show someone who's close to me in private, right? Like I'm not lying. I'll show you. There it is, right there. So I can back what I'm saying. But my point is, ladies and gentlemen, if you got $500 in an account at Wells Fargo, whatever bank, and granted, none of them are paying us to be here, and I'm not a sponsor and all that good stuff. It's a disclaimer. We're not gaining anything. Honestly, as a matter of fact, they might be charging you if you don't have the correct direct deposit, and that's where Cash App came into play to help bank to unbank. If they didn't have a banking account, they can get a Cash App, order their debit card, and they're good, right? So we're going to have the exact same thing here with this alliance and partnership. So we talked about your card. We talked about so an example, Mr. X or Mr. Supreme. So passively, we can come in by ourselves. What is the initial package? Because I don't know if you mentioned that, you may have, but the initial packaging and what comes with that. And if a person chooses to share that with people, how would that break down as you would utilize us four here? There's you, then da. If you don't mind, sir, I'll mute out.
Okay. So the brand advantage package, what it has just a few things with it. It comes with the cost of that package is about $149 US equivalent in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Remember, the platform is crypto in and crypto out. So you will move that equivalent into your storage wallet. And the package, it comes with the 1 year's membership, a 1 year subscription to our platform. It comes with about 3,000 plus G999 coins in that packaging as well. That coin right now is right at about 2 cents a coin. It also gives you the BlockChain Academy. It gives you basic access to our GS lifestyle, a few of those different things, and a few more things to come. And that's the package that's on hand right now. However, you have to be referred to the company. So you have to have someone's referral link to be able to partner with the company, or to even just become a customer with the other products that will be coming down the line. Now, in the next few weeks, we'll have a few additional packages that'll be a little bit higher, that'll have a little bit more coins, a little more advantages. a little more access to the blockchain academy and things to that effect, as well as they just kind of sweeten up that pot. So those are the two main things that I want to emphasize to that. But I want to kind of go back to one of the things that you mentioned a little while ago when you were talking about PayPal and Zelle and things to that effect. Now, some of your listening audience probably are a little bit brighter than I am, and therefore probably knew that Square was the mother company of Cash App. I was not aware of that. Now, I remember when Square came on scene and PayPal, I used to utilize them in my store. However, Square took off beyond PayPal the moment that they decided to say, we're going to invest over $50 million into cryptocurrency, into Bitcoin specifically. And what a lot of people, I don't know if they know or not, is that when you got that application on your phone, the download of Cash App, you're now a part of or using a product of Square. And when it gives you that 1-2 click access to Bitcoin, you're basically purchasing the surplus of the Bitcoin that Square has. That's why they're able to dictate the cost of fees of the Bitcoin that you purchase through them. It's a brilliant idea. I mean, it was amazing. But what's going to happen, guys, and this is just be based on my own research and due diligence. The moment that you start seeing, as Rich said, larger organizations and companies coming to the table with that same type of scenario, the more you'll start seeing stores and restaurants and places of business that accept the cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum. That's when we talk about mass adoption right around the corner. So, I know that most of us just don't normally get the telephone call. When they started Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg called a handful of his, roommates and college mates to come in that dorm room, that meeting didn't translate to a telephone to me and my family. I don't know about you, but when companies like Amazon was in its inception and when you had situations that popped off like Uber and Instacart and these companies that came around that created a solution to a needed problem and created applications that you could download on your phone to access those issues, family, I don't think that none of us would not have wanted to have gotten that phone call. But see, unfortunately, we usually say that when we see it all painted in a pretty picture. But when it's being built from its stages and, you don't really know, or it's something that you don't fathom, most times we're slow to respond. And I think that that's what they typically call the definition of poor, when you pass over opportunities repeatedly. Let's not let this be one of those conversations. Brother Enrich has shared with you in this platform method. Go do your due diligence, family. Please. It's okay to not know, but it's not okay to be ignorant. There's difference. When you willingly reject the information, you set yourself in the category of the ignorant. So please, no punters or no shade to or no disrespect to no one that's listening. I'm just a messenger. And basically saying, don't be of those ones that do not take heed. Please take at least do your due diligence, follow up on the information, and prove me wrong. Let's see how that works out for you. Back to you, Brother Rich.
All right. Let me come unmute.
Brother and Rich, if I may add something, if you don't mind, sir. Can't hear you. You're on mute, sir. Okay. One thing I want to just, Brother Kevin 2S got me excited for what he just said. One thing he said, family, is that mass adoption is taking place. And what I really want everyone to understand is that timing is essential. That's one thing brother Kevin 2X said. Timing of everything is essential. We just saw an article today about Bank of America has been granted the access to actually be a part of the blockchain, to actually set up masternodes and use cryptocurrency as a means of exchange in the banking industry. When you start seeing major institutions who at one time, again, we're going back to that, what I said about God's money, government's money, and the people's money. See, the major corporations could not control the people's money, but they realized in order for us to be a part of that game, we got to get into the game to get access to those fees. But when you look at major institutions coming on board, that's when the mass adoption, because people's brains are programmed to understand what they do in the banking system. See, a lot of people are not going to do their due diligence and go out there and study the information that Brother 2X just talked about, Brother and Rich and Brother Supreme and I have been talking about. This is just going to go with the flow. But the ones who are the innovators, who see it when the wave is starting to form, and you're on that surfboard in front of that wave, and you're riding that wave out, but you're not caught up in the turbulence and getting knocked over by that wave. You're in the front of that wave. Those individuals are going to actually capitalize in a big way because they're the first movers. So I say that because once you start realizing when the banks come on board, and every single store that you go into is now accepting cryptocurrency. And every time someone swipes their card, and every time an exchange is done, someone is getting paid on that. That could be you and I. Everyone who's positioned right now. We're talking about just transformation of wealth happening right before your eyes. Because if you don't get it, someone's going to catch it. But you're getting the information today. Today, right now, is January the 7th, 2021. Right now, it's around 2:01 Eastern Standard Time on my clock. You're hearing it today. And you're going to look back on this day and saying that these gentlemen in these four squares have shared some information with you. And I'm glad I took full advantage of it, or I did not take it and I did not run with it. You're going to look back on this day and you're going to realize I had an opportunity. Brother Kevin 2X said he didn't get that call from Mark Zuckerberg. We're ringing an alarm right now because the masses are starting to wake up. Who's going to be in the front of that wave right now? So I just want to add my voice to that because every time I get on the call with Brother Kevin 2X, he's dropping information. But it's going to take a hard discernment to really hear the information to take action. So, brother, I just appreciate you allowing me to say that. I pass the ball back to you, brother and Rich. This right here is going to be life-changing for everybody to take advantage of. Back to you, brother. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Brother Supreme, you've been very patient because I have a feeling that when you do speak, we're going to go ahead and fall down on this one. But before I transfer the mic over to you, Brother Supreme, listen, everyone. Things become of value as they become more scarce. So as these financial institutions are coming into the crypto realm, this coin, and we just August last year, we had our halving in Bitcoin. In the next 4 years, we got another halving coming, where there's going to be even less coming out of the mining situation. And these institutions are out here to scoop. They're out here to scoop. And this is when you hear things on television and the big agencies say, it's this, it's that, I wouldn't do it. That was to shake your tree. So what you had, you would drop, and they came underneath and scooped. And now the same people, corporation faces, presidents, CEOs that said this thing was nothing, it was dog, whatever. Now they're like, oh, guess what? We got a blockchain. We've hit a patent out. Oh, yeah, that's right. That past 18, 24 months, we were real quiet and we made this coin drop. Yeah, we manipulated that so we can do this. But now that institutions are in, oh, they waiting on us. But here with this, we're waiting on you. So we're going to go ahead and rock and roll with this. And I just want to say, I want to lend focus over to the G999, G999, right?
Yeah.
2 cents a coin. That's our coin when you're a partner. So why wouldn't you promote your own coin to raise the value of it?
Come on.
We're doing Bitcoin, we're doing Ethereum, we're doing Stellar, XLM, and Stellar. I love Stellar. As soon as you said Stellar, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. But if this coin is only $2 and you drop a C note, I'm sorry, $100 in Bitcoin, that's a good value. That's a good way in, even $10. But what I'm saying is, whatever value you place on it, and we work this, let's say 5 years from now, I'm going to be a little bit more mature and seasoned in age, but I'm going to be here. But my 14-year-old will now be 19. My 17-year-old will now be in his 20s. But Daddy went ahead and got them this and got them that. 5 years from now, if this and it, not yet, but when it goes to 10 cents at the minimum, let alone $1, globally, just not here, but globally, listen to me.
Come on,
it's
man.
6 figures. I'm going to say, come on in. 147, 149, let's say 200. I'm sorry, 200. Okay, I forgot myself for a moment. But that's just like taking a family of 4 out to one of these restaurants where we sit down and you're going to come out 120 easy, maybe 150, including tip or plus tip. 2-3 days later, you sat down on a commode and got rid of it, and you ain't got nothing but the show for it, but some taste bud residual and a receipt. And if you're not in business, you can't do anything with it. So take that time, set aside the cigarettes, set aside your lottery money, set aside whatever else, and let's go forward. Right now on this platform, there are 3 of us, not on the screen, but there are 3 of us in this cryptocurrency group that have a link. And you want to get back to one of us. I'm one, Miss Mathis and Miss Dana. And understand, Miss Dana came to me and showed this to me. Most people had the impression because of what I do that I wouldn't listen to an opportunity that made sense. And I said, sis, go ahead and show me what you got. It made sense. I heard Brother Kevin 2X speak, and I was like, okay. Hey, I roll with those. I rock with those who rock with me. And I mentioned to her, does Miss Mathis have it? Well, when Miss Mathis get it, then I'm with Miss Mathis. You cool with that? She said, I'm cool with that. So then I called the persons that I rock with on other platforms. Have you heard about this? And they said, no. I said, well, this is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to leave it out there. It's all about word of mouth, sharing good information. And I'm going to shut up. But listen, that G999 coin is only 2 cents. I don't know why you wouldn't. I'm going to go ahead and mute myself. Brother Battle, thank you. Brother 2X, Brother Supreme. I'm waiting to see what you're going to do, because I got a feeling it's going to be something I need to hear.
Yes, sir. Thank you, family. Well, so, man, it's been so much said. It's really hard to come behind all of that, right? However, with Kevin, Brother Kevin and Mr. Battle, what they broke down, and what Rich broke down, family, for the ones that listening and might see the recording too as well. That's technical. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of technical information there, vital information, technical information, So I try to let's bring it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just bring it down. So, because I'm not that technical person, I understand the basics of the blockchain. I understand the basics of the cryptocurrency, right? So let's just break it down to, lower terms than that. That's what I try to do, because I'm more of a hype man. When I get to talk about cryptocurrency, I get overexcited, right? So I'm gonna try to keep my calm with this, and I'm gonna talk about the G999 and the value of what we are doing. Not just so much the G999, but about being in Gold Standard Bank, by being a partner in Gold Standard, right? I'm just gonna now you heard the technical stuff, you heard the reason why you should, this and the third, you heard all of that, right? But now let's bring it down where you can see the broader picture with all what was just said, right? Cryptocurrency has now just hit $1 trillion market cap. Now that's technical. Some of that's technical, but let me just start there. It has hit $1 trillion. They are predicting in the next 10 years, well, that was last year, 9 years left now, that the cryptocurrency market cap to go to 10 to 20 trillion dollars. Right? Now, Bitcoin is at just under 40,000, but it just hit 40,000 a couple minutes ago. Then it went back down like 37,000 per coin. At one point of time, Bitcoin costed 25 cents. Just listen to what we're saying now. At one point in time, Bitcoin costed 25 cents. And it could have been lower than that, but we're just going to stick right there. It costed 25 cents. Now the coin is trading for over 38,000, right? And it projected to go up even further than that, right? Okay. The average one of us who's listening, what's the chance on you getting rich on a coin that costs that much? Slim to none, right? Slim to none. So as Kevin 2X was talking about, that man Michael Saylor, he wealthy. He put $400 million plus in cash into Bitcoin. So Bitcoin could have went up $1,000. He'd made a couple million. You know what I'm saying? That's 1,000 when he got in, right? He'd have made a couple million. But how many of us got that type of money to come in with on a coin that could get to 100,000 before this year out? That's very possible, right? Yep. And it looked like it's imminent. It looked like it's gonna happen. But the average one of us don't got enough money to get one Bitcoin. But we can get fractions of it, right? Just to make a little extra money. You can turn some money in, but then you're not gonna really get rich. You can turn $1,000 into Bitcoin, let it sit. It might get to $1,500, $2,000. But if you put $1,000 into Bitcoin for that $1,000 to get to $2,000, Bitcoin got to go to 80,000. We're just doing math. It's just a mathematical equation. Ethereum trade for over $1,200. To get 10 Ethereums, what you need? About $12,000 just to get 10 of them, right? Then that got to go up higher, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. You what we call, I'm gonna say the word, but this ain't that mean you invested. We not financial advisors, but that's what you're doing. You're putting money, or rather, you're putting money on the turn. You're putting it to work for you. Whatever Bitcoin, Ethereum you get. Now, wrap your mind around this. We get paid in our network as a gold standard partner in Bitcoin and in Ethereum. You don't have to go buy it. You go get your hands on Bitcoin and Ethereum one time and make it perpetuate. Me and Brother Kevin was talking yesterday. I said, man, everything you go watch, man, all this stuff come from commissions, man. I put it in one time when we was able to get the airdrops or just sign up for free and go and get them. I said, man, I did that like once or twice, man. Everything else. And he'd go see the volume, right? That's coming from me and my wife accounts. But he see the volume of the team. I didn't put this in one time and it's just working. Bitcoin dropping in the wallet, Ethereum dropping in the wallet. So what is wise? What's wise movement? Take those commissions, turn that into G999. Why? Because the objective is to get rich. That's my objective. I don't know about nobody else. My objective is to get rich. So I'm not going to hold that Bitcoin in commission. It don't matter if it's a couple $1,000s. That don't matter. Yeah, it's going up though. Yeah, but I mean, I'm getting paid and I'm still working the network. It's coming residual, it's coming passive, and I'm still building a team. So I ain't worried about the Bitcoin. I'm gonna have Bitcoin. I'm gonna have Ethereum, right? But that G999 is a limited edition at this price.
Come on.
We don't know what the G999 gonna be 6 months from now. Brother, he lowballed talking about 10 cents, man. Listen, once all the dumpers get out the way, it's gonna be 10 cents in a couple of days, right? So right. No guarantee, but I'm just telling y'all the functionality of it. G999 is mirrored after Bitcoin. But the truth be told, Bitcoin don't got the functionality that G999 got. Bitcoin technology. If right now, if I go to my account, if I send G999 to another G999 wallet, it'll get there in seconds, minutes, damn near seconds. But you send Bitcoin, it might take a couple hours to get there.
That's right.
Right or wrong?
That's right.
But we dealing with a point of stake, G999 point of stake coin. Bitcoin is a point of work. So they got to go and get the code and pull the coin and verify this block and all this here. That take time. That don't just happen like that. Sometimes it might do, but it still usually take about at least 30 minutes to an hour to move Bitcoin, right? I haven't moved none quicker than that. G999, even Ethereum moving lightning fast, right? So what am I saying, family? This coin here is so valuable, and like we said, don't overlook an opportunity. Once you can get this coin at this price right here, because Bitcoin was at 25 cents per coin. 25 cents. This is like the opportunity of a lifetime, and to be a partner in all of the swipes that the bro's talking about, all of these commissions you getting paid from the swiping of the MasterCard and all that. Them payouts is coming in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but it's causing the G999 to move. And that's just some of the stuff that gonna make the G999 move, right? It's so much stuff to this ecosystem, but we just want to keep it there. So if you can get a coin right now, 2 cents roughly, you can get your 100,000 of them, and you can snatch you up 1 million of them right quick. That coin just get to $1. Just $1. Now you can go to Coin Market Cap, Coin Geico, and look at all the coins they got listed. They got trash coins on the market trading for $10, $20, $30. That ain't nothing. But they trading at this price $5. What if G999 get to $5 and you got 1 million of them? What you looking like? And not only that, now I want you to think on this, and I'm gonna pass the mic back to Enrich. Now, not only did the G999 get to $5 and you sitting on 1 million of them, or you just sitting on 100,000 of them, right? That's $500,000 that you turn pennies into, right? Into an ecosystem that you never had to go back in dollars, got to go back into dollars, never had to go back into cash. But while you doing that, you building your network, and you got Bitcoin and Ethereum just dropping in your wallet. Just drop it in your wallet 24/7, 365 days per year.
Nice.
And your asset that you acquired in the infant stage has shot up to just $5. Just $5. Now this can happen in a year, 2 years, but let me ask you something. What your income sitting at if you just holding it in cash? It ain't going nowhere. Like Brother Brian said, it's deteriorating. It's going down. Like what Kevin said about the man Michael Saylor. He said, I seen this like an ice cube.
Ice cube melt.
He said, I seen it like an ice cube. My money was like an ice cube. It's melting. I got to do something. And he did something. But what are you going to do? That's the simplicity of what we're saying. Get paid in Bitcoin, get paid in Ethereum, and put those profits back into the G999, because the G999 is designed to make you rich. I'm going to pass it back to you, Enric.
I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Listen, I'm humbled that you three gentlemen have set aside this time out of your day on this day, and the number 7 means a lot to me.
Come on, man. Come on.
The number 7 means a lot to me. If you understand your alphabet, you just count your letters, and you understand where I'm coming from.
That's right.
So based on the Most High, the Omnipoint, how we roll is how we roll. Where different nations and spiritual guidance can come together and unify on becoming a self-sovereignty, this decentralized community tribe, if you will. And as we bring this forward to the nations and those in the communities, we're now setting ourselves up for generational wealth. Coinbase is going to do what it's going to do. Stella's going to do what it's going to do. XLM is going to do what it's going to do. But based on what Brother Supreme said, from my understanding, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to shut my mouth up after this. I promise you. When he said take your commissions and put them in G999, essentially you're compounding yourself. And as the coin grow daily, if not hourly, by the minute, you are growing your net worth. So just look at this real quick. Just look at this real quick. And I'm not affiliated. Ripple is a corporation, but their currency is XRP. So as they go through what they're going through, the price drop. Folks scooped. Someone dropped $100 million worth of it, $400 million worth of it, while we're dropping. My point is, as they need that particular currency to move as they move money, XLM, Stellar, Luminous, has been in the work for a while out of Nigeria, cross-border payments for over 2 years. The gentleman that has Stellar came from Ripple. In fact, he wrote the program that they used. So when they parted ways, he went over and started Stellar. It's not a coincidence that Stellar is now growing. I'm going to close it up with this. As we gather our Ethereum and our Bitcoin, and as G9 surface like the Phoenix, all right? Because it's coming out of the pit, getting air. And the reason I'm saying Phoenix, because when it tops out, it's going to be on fire. As we take our currencies and put it there in your savings account and things of that nature, and those G9s are utilized to move things across, the value and the liquidity of it, and I use that word, that's just something I got, and it's going to help it. So I'm going to leave it at that. Brother Supreme, man, I love what you just presented, the energy. I'm humbled by your spirit. Brother Battle, thank you for the insight relating to Bitcoin and what it's going to do for us. Brother Kevin 2X, the knowledge is there. I like your spirit. It's definitely humbling to me. And I'm grateful for all three of you for being here. And everyone who's watching on the stream that's in the group, I appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and record this in about an hour or so, get it up on YouTube. Just give me some time. But it's been fantastic. And I would love to do this again at another time when everyone's available. And we'll work out whatever technical things we had. But the fact, the orator, Mr. 2X, that you spoke, I didn't need a presentation. I didn't need a slideshow. Some may need it, and that may help them out. But based on, I'm good. So I'm going to close it out. This is Enrich coming to you from Stafford, Virginia. We got the dark country DC up in the corner. We're going to go over there and get some mambo sauce. I'm trying to tell you, as soon as you said DC, I was like, wait. We got Mr. Supreme down here, who's originally from Alabama, but down there in Tampa, Florida. Did I say that right, sir? Let me know. And
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Battle, I didn't quite catch where you rolled from, sir, originally.
I'm from I'm originally from Prince George's County, Fort Washington, but I'm down in the country, La Plata, Maryland.
La Plata, Maryland. All right. He's about to say
Maryland.
DMV. Most people don't know this. Most people don't know this. Years ago, I had an internet radio show up there on Set Pleasant off of Exit 15A, and I coined DMV. And I got so many phone calls. They were like, DMV. Then Easy Street picked it up because Easy Street knew the homegirl that was sitting across from it. She called him. And the next thing I knew, 6 months later, all the DJs from PGC all across was DMV. And I was like, wow, I should have, what's the trademark that joint? Because people from Maryland thought I was saying Department of Motor Vehicle. I'm like, nah, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Right. So, no doubt. Long story short, now you know. And, but that's some time ago. But thank you all. I appreciate you, man. I'm going to go ahead and end this broadcast. Peace and blessings to everyone. Take care.
Thank you,
God
brother.
bless.
Peace, family.
Peace.
All right now.